YouTube, what is up, everybody? So we're back at the Meriden Mall once again with the Hypermobile. That's what I'm going to start calling this now. If you guys didn't see my YouTube channel description now, that's what my car is called now, the Hypermobile. So the reason why I'm making this video today, so after a while, I finally managed to get my stock tune from my tuner Phil at Killtech Tuning. Shout out to you, Phil, and shout out to Killtech Tuning. So I got my stock tune back, which I'm going to show you guys right now. I'm about to go in the car, get my computer out, and show you guys. So right now the car is running on the stock tune. It's not on the modified pop and bang tune. So right now it's not popping and banging, no burbles, nothing. It's just on stock tune. It's still pretty fast and responsive for its stock tune. But let's go into the car and show you the stock tune. All right, YouTube. So currently I'm in the car right. Oh, I'm currently in the car. So anywho, if you guys look down and you guys look at C63, which is a Mercedes, it's a C63 down Phil's original tune. So that's the tune. That's my stock tune. I just named it that way. That was also the name of my. That was the name of Phil's. How do I want to say it? The name of his. I don't know. That was just the name of his email. Well, no, that's not actually his email. Not his personal email. That's just the name of that file. But anywho, because he has a Mercedes and stuff, and I've seen a video of him going like 200 miles an hour, and it's crazy. I'll have to show you guys that some other time. But we're gonna go on the stock tune right now. So let's click on it. This is a no BS video, so we're just gonna go right into it. So we'll just wait for it to load. I just hit enter. There we go. All right, YouTube. So you guys are currently looking at the stock tune right now for idle RPM. It's actually, surprisingly, I was actually shocked at this when I put the stock tune back on and I found out the stock tune actually has 600 RPM idle from the factory for the Ford Taurus. I did not know that. I actually thought it was 700, and it was not. It was actually 600. So that's what the stock tune, the stock idle tune is. The stock idle RPM idle. I didn't check all the other stuff. I know it's all in factory setting. I know that it's all in factory tune, but the exhaust is a bit quieter because remember you negated 100 RPM off of the 700. The modified tune had 700 RPM idle. I'm sorry, just for some reason the garage lights over there just got turned off and went dark. I don't know what the hell. I don't know, but so yeah, YouTube. Right now I'm back on stock RPM idle. Right now, because if I go to like exhaust gas temperature, this is on stock tune, by the way. Just keep that in mind. So that's for like, that's just the stock setting temperature setting for stock tune. Now if we go to like, give me 1 second here, guys. All right, sorry YouTube, my apologies for cutting off right there. I left off at the word so because I was just trying to find out what section I was trying to go to in the tuning file here, and I found out where I was supposed to go right here. So I was trying to show you guys this. I just couldn't find it till I just found it now. This is DFCO, which stands for deceleration fuel cutoff. So this is essentially like if you want pop and bangs, this essentially is one of those settings for that. So right now, the cutoff RPM is actually at 7,000. That's the max RPM this car's engine can handle before it blows up or any crazy stuff like that. Neutral cutoff, that's like if I'm go from like parking to neutral, that's what it cuts off at. That's maximum RPM as well too for that 7,000 when you rev it up. What else? The deceleration fuel cutoff, the enable and disable RPM. The enable RPM for deceleration fuel cutoff is at 1,600 RPM for deceleration fuel cutoff. That's for the enable RPM, by the way. Disable RPM is 1,400. So yeah. So right now fuel cuts off at that RPM, I believe, if I'm correct. I don't know that setting too well, so if anyone who's a master at this can tell me in the comment section below, please. I really actually want to learn this. That's the part I wanted to really show you guys. Don't mind that noise. That noise comes from the staircase over there. It always startles the hell out of me. I don't know why. Every time I come here, there's always a noise from the staircase on my right side, so don't worry about that. Yeah, if anyone can educate me on the deceleration fuel cutoff in the comments below, please. I'd really like to learn about that. That's the part I actually really want to show you guys, though, seriously, because that part is actually important. It's actually very important. Because when you're let off the throttle without the pop and bangs, you're not gonna get any pop and bangs or any burbles at all. It's just gonna be just exhaust noise if you're driving down the highway like 85, 90 miles an hour, that kind of thing, 80 miles an hour, that sort of thing. Oh, and I'm also gonna show you guys when it cuts off at the 4,000 RPM mark. I'm gonna rev it up. I'm not gonna put the modified tune on because we all know what the modified tune does. I have a video on that on my YouTube channel. I already did that on my last motor. I'm not gonna do that with this motor because this motor I have on right now is my new one, and it's gonna be my forever motor, at least for the time being, until I decide otherwise. So I'm gonna go put this behind the exhaust, start up the car, rev it up. I'm only gonna rev it up maybe once or twice, and that's it. I'm not trying to go crazy. I'm not trying to get any attention on me here. So this is just for the video. So let's go put the camera behind the exhaust and give you a demonstration of what the stock tune sounds like. Everyone should know what a stock tune sounds like when you have a straight piped exhaust, no cats. You know, the RPM's only gonna cut off at a certain RPM, which is gonna be 4,000. So let's do that right now. All right, YouTube, but before I put this camera behind the exhaust, I want to do it from inside first so you guys can see what it revs up to for the RPM on the tachometer. So let's start up the car right now. All right. I know I have a check engine light on. I actually did a code scan. It came up from my O2 sensors, the heater bank. I don't know. I think my O2 sensors, I hope they're not fried again, because I'm on the stock tune, so the stock codes will come back on, I guess. I don't know. But I'll show you guys that later on. So let's focus on the RPM idle right here, or the RPM revving up. So let's rev it up to the max RPM it's going to let me. This is on stock tune. As you guys saw, it only went up to 4,000 RPM. Yes, that was actually loud when it did that like downshifty sound. Yeah. So I'm gonna put the camera behind the car so you guys can hear it, and that's gonna be the last time I do this. So yeah, as you guys heard, that's what the 4,000 RPM on stock tune sounds like. So yeah, it is still insanely loud when it does that meow sound. Yeah, it is still very loud. So I'm only gonna do that. That's it. That was the last time I'm gonna do that. I'm not gonna do it on modified tune, because if I do it on the pop and bang tune, we all know what's gonna happen at 4,000 RPM. It's just gonna go room and it's gonna go bang, and we don't want that. So we don't want that right now, especially on a new motor, because I already went through one motor. Well, the reason why I blew my last motor was because I redlined the shit out of it. Yeah, I did redline the shit out of the last motor. Yes, that was my fault, because I was just crazy back then. I still am, but I'm not gonna do it with this motor. So, yeah, at least with the stock tune, the RPM goes to the limit, and you won't have to worry about blowing that shit up. So, yeah, but that's the part I wanted to show you guys as well. It's still obviously loud because it's straight pipe, no cats. Well, the cats are still on, but it's, the cats are gutted, so there's no honeycomb, so it's essentially a non-functioning cat converter, essentially. But I think that's all I have for you guys for this video. I just wanted to show you guys that. And yeah. Oh, and I also got to show you guys the code that came on with the check engine light. So let me get the computer out, which is still right here, right next to me. Let me get the interface for HP tuners out, and then I'm going to show you guys the code that came on. I didn't use this. I used my code scanner, which is over here. But I'm going to use the HP tuners to find the code so I can show you guys what code came on. So give me like 3 minutes. I'll be right back. All right, YouTube. So I just got in trouble with the security guard, but it's actually funny. I didn't get in trouble like that. He's actually a friend of my dad's. Actually, there he goes over there. Yeah, he's a cool security guard for the mall. So I'm just gonna make this part of the video, and then we're gonna get out of here. He was also mentioning to me Connecticut Street Warriors is gonna also have a car show here in Meriden, Connecticut at this parking garage. So if you guys live in Connecticut, definitely pop out to that. So shout out to the security guard there, who's friends with my dad. He must have heard my exhaust when I was revving it up. So let me go open up the VCM scanner, and I'll catch you guys in like a minute so I can show you guys exactly what code came on with the check engine light. All right, YouTube, so we're about to open up VCM scanner. The only trick with this is I have to turn on accessory power, so that needs to go on. Yeah, I know my AC is still busted. I know I didn't get that fixed because it wasn't really a priority to get fixed. So I'll get that fixed in the future along with anything else. So let's connect it to the vehicle. Connect it. Just give it a second there. It's got to load up. And once it loads up, I'm going to show you guys the check engine light that came on with the, or the code that came with the check engine light. All right, here we go. Read DCTs, which is the code. Here we go. There's your code right there. Or there's my code. O2 heater circuit bank 2. So, okay. obviously it's the sensor. It's probably the sensor. I mean, I know it says O2 heater circuit, so it could be wiring. I highly doubt that. It's got to be the sensor. I think my pop and bang tune might have already fried the new O2s I put on, the new O2 sensors. But that's all I wanted to show you guys. That was actually the last bit of this video. So this is gonna go into that. Actually, you know what? I'm not even gonna put this into another vlog because I have another video. I have a bunch of other vlogs I recorded before this, before all these videos here. So I'm gonna put this as a separate video for my car channel, for my car playlist on my YouTube channel. So you guys go check out that playlist. It's called My Car Playlist. So that's it for this video, guys. So I'm just gonna turn off accessory power here. Yeah, so that's the code that popped on. Yeah, when I turned on the car before I left my house 15, 20 minutes ago, half an hour ago, I saw the check engine light was on. I'm like, why is it on? So, but I was like, I put the stock tune on, so you know it's gonna throw the regular stock tune the DTC codes. So I forgot DTC stands for the something with problems with codes. I forgot what it stood for. I forgot. It's been a while since I checked it. So that's the last bit of this video. I'm gonna sign off. This is the last video for this. So I'll have to check out the O2 sensors some point this weekend or something. And so yeah, that's all I got for you guys. And hopefully I can get this thing emission tested and get this car registered, because right now it's still unregistered. So yeah, I've been driving an unregistered vehicle now for, I don't know if it's been a year. I actually have no idea. It's been a while. It really has been a while though. But by the grace of God, haven't got pulled over, haven't gotten impounded. Thank God. You always gotta thank God for your blessings. Count your blessings, guys. Seriously. Yeah, I gotta figure out why that is, because I'm not gonna be able to pass emissions with that with that code on. So I have to figure out. It probably O2 sensor probably got fried again, but that's all right. I have one of my O2 sensors is on a warranty, so I'm fine with that. And the other one's not, unfortunately. Yeah, so the other one's not on warranty and one is on warranty. So because the problem I was having, YouTube, to be honest with you guys, the thing I was having problems with trying to get emissions with pop and bang tune was the catalyst light wouldn't come on, which is the catalytic converter, and then the oxygen sensors would not come on because, well, I mean, hello, the pop and bang tune fried my old O2 sensors, so I really couldn't do anything. I couldn't do anything with the old ones. That's why I got new ones for a reason. But apparently, it looks like the pop and bang tune fried the new ones, so I'm gonna have to check those out again. Potentially, may have to take those off, which is a pain in the ass, because the thing with the O2 sensors, the manufacturers of any of these cars, whether it's Ford, GM, anyone, is they put these O2 sensors in literally the worst part of your car possible, because it goes through the most extreme conditions. Extreme heat from the car, like when the cat converter is hot, or extreme cold when it gets very cold out in the wintertime. So that doesn't help at all. It does not. And the thing is, it can rust up the threads, which is the part where you screw in the O2 sensor. And that's what I had problems with the last time over the summer. I had to take those off. And it was a pain in the ass because it was hard to get those off. It was so extreme. My dad had to buy me a blowtorch, literally, just for me to heat it up to the point where I could take it off with a socket wrench. And I'm not going to lie, YouTube, that was not fun at all. And I have a video on that too, which is on my channel if you guys can go check that out. It was not fun at all. It sucked. But we'll figure this problem out. And hopefully I could be able to pass emissions, get this thing registered, and get back on pop and bang tune again. But this is the last part of this video. I'll catch you guys in another one.